Before this video starts, I just want to say thank you to everyone who listened to the album. This has been a crazy experience for me, and I truly appreciate all of the support. If you haven't seen part 1 of the documentary, go and click the link in the description right now and watch it before seeing this video. With that out of the way, let's get into part 2 of the Legacy documentary series, New Beginnings. Right before the ball dropped, I made a promise to myself, and life would never be the same. I had one goal in my mind. It would change me forever. I looked around the room at my friends and my family. Something amazing would happen this year. It would push me to new heights, teach me amazing things, and change me for the better. Happy New Year! I remember thinking 2020 is going to be the best year yet. No worries, no problems, and certainly a fantastic, perfect year. All of that was about to change. This is me, way back when there was no pandemic. This was my first ever time playing the guitar, way back in October of 2018. It's been almost 2 years since then, and so much has happened in my life. If I were to go back in time to my 13-year-old self and tell him what's happened, well, I would probably just laugh. But this part of the story doesn't begin here. Let's go back to around the summer of 2017. 2017 was the year I really got into music. I was starting to gain some musical knowledge and a small understanding of the music industry. In 2016, I began taking piano lessons, which I hated, but it would teach me a lot about music theory, which is key for putting out this album. Around this time, I also began listening to NF, which you probably know from his song, Let You Down. I don't know how I stumbled across this song, Mansion, but I totally loved it. I had a real big love for Eminem's music, even though I was only around 10 or 11 around the time, and NF sounded like a darker version of Eminem. His music was really the first type of music that made me feel something. Around this time, my neighbor Zane and I also began listening to Macklemore, about a year after his release, This Unruly Mess I've Made. I've always loved deeper music that can also be listened to casually. Sometimes you need a really great song, but sometimes you just need a deep song. And I love the songs that can do both. This has really inspired me a lot in writing my own music. Anyways, the summer of 2017 was the best. Around the time I would play Black Ops 2, I'd have I Spy and Broccoli on repeat, and that's when I really got into rap music. Around the time of 2016 to 2017, I was listening to EXO Tour Life, Broccoli, I Spy, Black Beatles, Rolex, Bad and Bougie. All these songs were just so amazing, and I love listening to them. Fast forward to 2018. I was in the car with Zane, and we were going to the pool. He just had this look on his face like he knew something. He just had this look on his face that I can't even describe it. He turned over to me and said, "Bro, I found this song." I was like, okay, whatever. Zane and I's taste in music really differed, and we didn't really like a lot of the same rappers, but I was like, okay, let's give this a shot. I handed him the aux cord, and I'm glad I did. I've never had such an amazing experience listening to a song as I did on this car ride. He said, "There's this kid named Juice WRLD. He made this song called Lucid Dreams." The moment I heard the guitar come in, I just started to smile. When the beat dropped and this guy, who I'd never heard of before, started rapping, I went crazy. There's no way I could ever describe these emotions, but I was smiling like crazy. This song went hard. I said, whoever this Juice kid is, he's gonna make it big. And he did.
This is his album. It's called Goodbye and Good Riddance, here with the song Lucid Dreams, Juice WRLD.
I still see your shadows in my room. Can't take back the love that I gave you. It's to the point where I love and I hate you, and I cannot change you, so I must replace you.
And turn to the sudden and shocking death of rap star Juice WRLD. The 21-year-old, who was named Billboard's Best New Artist this year, suffered a medical emergency at Chicago's Midway Airport. Tribute streaming in this morning, and Eva Pilgrim is here with the latest. Good morning, Eva.
Good morning, George. Juice WRLD seemed to be on top of the world. His music career exploding. The video for his hit Lucid Dreams with almost 400 million views on YouTube. This morning, so many questions as to how a seemingly healthy 21-year-old could die so unexpectedly.
Juice died on Sunday after suffering a medical episode at Chicago's Midway Airport, where he had just landed in a private jet, reportedly collapsing from a seizure as he walked through the airport.
Here, 9 minutes inside the Atlantic Airport. They've got a guy seizuring in here.
I'm really in awe right now, but, I just want to thank God. I want to thank all my supporters. I want to thank all my fans. And, yeah, I'm glad to be here. It's a blessing.
His record label releasing a statement saying, Juice made a profound impact on the world in such a short period of time. He was a gentle soul whose creativity knew no bounds, an exceptional human being and artist who loved and cared for his fans above everything else. To lose someone so kind and so close to our hearts is devastating.
That song will forever be my favorite song because the moment I heard it was the moment I realized something big. I wanted to make music. There was nothing that could stop me. No doubt in my mind that I would do this. So thanks, Juice. You changed my life and I can't imagine what my music would be like without you. Rest in peace. Over the summer, Zane got me into another artist, Lil Skies. Lil Skies was different from the rest. Not many people that I know actually like Skies' music, but absolutely love it. In an interview he did with Genius, Skies broke down his song that he did with Landon Cube, Red Roses, and he said something that really inspired me.
I just told myself I'm not about to hear anything anybody says. I'm just going to do this and do it my way and literally not care. I mean, it worked out, so hey, I must have did something right.
Hearing this quote was the reassurance that I needed to go full-time into making music. I started guitar lessons in October 2018, and at first I was awful. I knew I wanted to be a rock star. I'd gotten a lot better at guitar, and a year later I got an electric guitar, a Les Paul to be specific. I did an interview with GrumpyWolfman, aka my friend Micah. Here's a cool little story about a concert I was in for school where I was playing my guitar. Take a look.
Then we had a choir concert. Me and this other kid, Jacob, were doing the guitar for, I think it was Journey. We were doing a medley of 5 of their biggest songs. That moment when I stepped out and started playing, when I did that guitar solo, I was like, I know that I want to do this. I want to perform. I want to make music. I want to be a rock star. And yeah.
Anyways, I really have to thank my guitar teacher, Hunter, for helping me with the hardest part of guitar, the beginning. I can't imagine the amount of patience it would take to teach someone how to play guitar. I asked him to send in a clip for the documentary, so here you go. Again, thank you so much, Hunter. You're the best.
Hey, I'm Hunter. I'm a guitarist and guitar teacher of about 10 years. I've been teaching Preston for a little over 2 now, and it was surprising but not shocking to hear that he was writing an album of his own. Right off the bat, at our first lesson, I could tell he's got a lot of drive and a lot of motivation for music, specifically guitar, of course, but he's also a really fast learner, and he picks up on things very quickly. So to have both the confidence and the know-how to write an album at just over 2 years is pretty impressive, but again, not surprising. I'm really impressed to hear about it. Rock on.
Before I ever dropped the cover of Lucid Dreams, I had this girlfriend, and this was a 7th grade relationship, so get ready for some sadness. Since this was a middle school relationship, it didn't work out, but one positive thing that came out of the breakup was a great song. Although this wasn't my first song that I had written, it was my first song that I actually liked. I've probably written close to 100 songs, but only about 20 of them are actually good. I was looking back on the original versions of the song, and I found the page where I had written the chorus of the song. This is the one part of the song that hasn't changed since June 2019. I can't really move on from something until I put it in a song, so I put it in a song. I started writing songs a lot, but never imagined I would be sharing them to the world. Until I did. After a while of searching for beats on YouTube, I stumbled across this video about how to write a song like Juice WRLD. Since I love Juice, I clicked. I was really amazed what this guy had come up with in just a couple of minutes.
You were supposed to be with me on my come up. At least I got some money, shut the pain up. Things never been the same since you left us. Can you help us? I remember when we first met. You told me everything was perfect. Then you had to go and ruin it. Tell me why you never fought for it.
I took that inspiration and put it into this song. So thank you so much, Young Haffington. Seriously though, your music is crazy. I went onto a Discord server called Produced By and asked someone if they could make a beat out of a sample I made. They made the beat in an hour, and I was so impressed because this was my guitar that I had played. When I thought that I was finished with the song, I recorded it using Audacity, a free recording software with very few features. Over a week, I went into the studio, aka my closet, which was all I had at the time, and recorded my first ever song. I documented my work, thankfully, so I have some clips to show you guys. Here's a clip of what it sounded like.
After everything I gave you, never thought you'd go, never thought I could replace you, but I'm still here and I'm writing up this breakthrough. Never thought you'd leave, cause I would never leave you, oh.
It's very bad now looking back, but that was the best I could do then. So I left the song and went on with my life. On March 7th, I went with my friends on a church retreat. A little while later, we all went outside to a bonfire, and Nick, one of the pastors of the retreat, gave an awesome speech. He said, "These sins that you have committed don't define who you are. You are forgiven by the grace of God. You can change your habits and become better by following Him. So go out into the world and live a great life and leave an even better legacy." I'm sure everyone around me was screaming, but I blocked it all out. The word legacy hung in the air. It felt like everything was in slow motion. Time and sound stopped, and I had an epiphany. I knew what I was going to do. As soon as we got back to our bunks, I grabbed a piece of paper and wrote down that word that I can never forget. Legacy.